Brittany here. Are you ready to throw some rockin' parties? I'm talking about ones that are high selling, get you recruits, where you have a lot of fun, you're connecting and building relationships, growing your network, oh yeah, and you book parties from them. Let's look at the 7 things to have some rockin' parties. ROCKING. Let's get ready to rock. The first step to a rockin' party is RSVP. You can't have a party if there aren't people there. So our first goal as a book lady is to get your host to coach your hostess to have lots and lots of people at the party. First, you do this with a great vetted message. Work with your team leader on wording. You want to equip your hostess to easily copy and paste and send it out to everybody. And then you want to help her with follow-up. So after she sent the message, wait 2 days and have her send reminders. It can be something super quick and easy because we know that hostesses are busy. I personally like to break it down to help my hostess envision this fitting within her busy schedule. Something like, hey girl, we're gonna send 20 inviting messages this morning while you're drinking your coffee. And then this afternoon when your kids are eating leftover mac and cheese, we'll send another 30. So it's breaking it into bite-sized chunks that she can do throughout her day. Same thing for the follow-up. I'll give her wording, something like to send to her friends, like, hey, I know life is so crazy for you. Can you take a second to RSVP? I don't want you to miss out on our great books at our party on Tuesday. Because as we all know, there's a rule of halves with our parties. So if your hostess invites, let's say 200 people, about 100, so half of that will actually see and respond to her message. About half of that, so 50, will actually say yes and attend. But of that 50, only 25 will actually attend the party live and participate. From that 20, another half, about 12 or 13, will actually participate and shop, which is what we want, high-selling parties with great rewards for our hostesses. So we have to start with a really high message count. It's our job to make it doable, fun, and easy for our hostesses. Our goal at every party is to get 30 people there with us, 30 RSVPs. You can reward your hostess or just be really involved in the coaching process as we're pushing through her hesitations, her nerves, because she might be nervous. Our job is to help her safe, make it easy, and have fun while she's inviting people to our awesome party. So let's get that RSVP count high. The next letter is O. O for optimistic. Mindset has everything to do with your business and your party. Guest and host can feel if you're not into it. I know we all have bad days, and I'm not telling you to be fake, but let's do a little mindset work. What I like to do before parties is say a couple of affirmations. These are just true statements or statements that we're wanting to become true, that we're believing in about ourselves, our mission, our company, and our party. Things like, I love doing parties because I love serving families. Or, I'm a part of a bigger literacy mission. What I do matters. Or, I love my hostesses. I love connecting with them and serving each one of their guests as we help their families and their kids' futures. Or, there are people who want to party and people who need our books. It's my job to find them. Or, I will make every party count. I will serve people, I will bring joy, and I will offer the opportunity of books to everyone. I can't totally explain why mindset works, but it really does. People can sense our attitude, our passion, our excitement. People want to be a part of something that you're excited about. I'm not saying everyone has to be perky and over the top. That may not be your personality, and that's 100% fine. But you are passionate, you do have gifts and skills. Let's use those. Let's use the way that you were created to serve, to connect, to make your party a place where people want to be. So be optimistic at every party. I must ask you to communicate with your guest and your host. Communication is key in every party. This is timely and well prepared in your hostess coaching, that you're checking in, that you're following the hostess coaching documents and guides, that you know what you're saying and you're helping your host stay on track by being friendly and talking with her. But it's also relationship building with your guest, whether that's through playing a game, getting people to message with you, doing an RSVP survey where you can start texting people. It's building relationships through communication, quality communication, where you're building those friendships. They learn to enjoy you, they learn to get to know who you are, they learn to trust you because you are being their book lady. You are serving them and connecting with their families. But also as a part of communication is asking. You're never gonna get bookings, you're never gonna have future hostesses or even sales if you don't ask. We'll talk through a few more resources here in a second, but the ask is part of that relationship in communications. Talk with your team leader to help on wording, but truly, the goal of every party is to get into communication with people. That's why I have parties, so I can have conversations. It's in those one-on-one moments and group conversations where you truly have the magic of connecting with moms or dads or grandmas or teachers, and you're able to see their need, to listen to it, and to be able to serve them with our products and our books. Communication and conversations help you connect and change lives. So put on your fancy pants and send those messages to your guests and communicate with your hostess. To have a rockin' party, they need to be kid focused. This is a kid's book publisher after all. We need to always bring our parties back to our heart and to our mission, that we are here to educate children and change them forever through the pages of a book. This party is not about you. It's not about reaching a goal or having a milestone or making more money. It's about serving. When you approach a party with kid-first mentality, your guests feel connected to you. All of a sudden, they want to be a part because we were reminding them over and over, what's in it for them? Why is this important? Our content is high quality. We're using all of the good things over in our party group. We're having quality graphics, well-spelled words. We're not having grammar mistakes all the time because we're thinking about our serving market all the time. Everything is about the kids. This also keeps us from being icky and spammy and salesy. We're sharing because we want to impact families. When you're sending messages, when you're asking for bookings, we're always reminding our guests and our hostesses what's in it for them. We lead with that because we want them to know they can get a huge stack of reward books, or they can have the book that turns their kid into a reader, that helps them pass the 7th grade. Whatever it is, our books matter. We can trust the quality and content of the things that we are sharing about. And so because of that, everything is kid-focused. Our rockin' parties are intentional. We intentionally present things to our guests that we know they're gonna fall in love with. But we also do it in a strategic way. We do want high-selling parties. We want to reward our hostesses for their hard work and passion in joining with us in our mission. So we want to present some of those maybe bigger ticket items. Maybe you want to show off my first reading library or collections. They actually save guests money when they bundle through combined volumes or buying a whole set of a chapter book series. When I'm making wish lists, I make every single one over $200. Usually they're about $300. I put a wide variety of products and price points on each wish list, but I want them to dream to see what their bookshelf could look like if they had all these amazing titles. Now they don't always buy them, but if they don't see them, they're not gonna buy them, so it's a wish list. I want them to wish and want for all the things that we have in our amazing catalog. I love to bring up our customer specials as well. They're such a great tool that eBay has given us. So every customer with a $40 order is able to order these amazing books at almost 60 to 85% off. It's incredible. So I want every single order to be $40. I want them to have that category and that special perk for that size order. I'm intentional in choosing the books that I share when I go live, or when I make wish lists, or when I send recommendations, or when I post on the party page. Everything has purpose behind it. The purpose is to have high-selling parties that reward our hostesses and connect each guest with books that they need in their home. So be intentional with each of your rockin' parties. N is for no. That's right, no. We're going after those no's because you know what that means? Every no is closer to a yes. Whether that's asking for a booking, having someone join your team, attend a peek inside, or a sale, or maybe even join your VIP. Anytime you don't ask, the answer is always gonna be no. So we're chasing those no's because we're gonna get yeses along the way. One thing I like to do is start with the big thing and work down small. So in every party, I ask every single person to host. But in every single party, I look for those red flags. People who are crazy excited about the books, who have wildly long wish lists, who are commenting and participating all throughout the party. Those are the people that I'm also gonna ask about being a book lady. And also, every single person, I want them to be a part of my social media following and my VIP group. I want to continue to serve them for the rest of their lives. I want to be their book lady. So what this looks like is when I'm in conversation with them, because we've communicated, remember that C. I ask them maybe for the biggest thing first. So like, hey, have you ever thought about being a book lady? I can tell that you love these books. I'd love to talk to you about what I do. It's the best job in the whole world. They might throw out a no, but maybe not. But if they throw out a no, I'm like, you know what, girl, I understand. Sometimes the side hustle or a full-time hustle isn't for everybody. What about hosting a party? That way we can connect you with a ton of free books. Now she may be like, no thanks, I just hosted one, or this isn't a good time. Things are gonna follow up later. But then I'm like, oh, I totally get it. I'm glad you ordered from Sarah's party. Now, let's stay in touch. Here's my VIP group. Can we be friends? I'd love to send you a freebie just for joining. So I started with the big thing and I worked my way down. Probably by the end, she's gonna be tired of telling me no. So she's gonna say yes. And I'm gonna be able to serve and connect with her for years to come and to bless her family. Don't let those no's bother you because they get you closer to those yeses. So keep asking. The last step to a rockin' party is to G, get prepared. This means that you know what you're gonna post in your party, you know where your graphics are saved, you know where the wording is that you're gonna copy from, you have any extra resource documents you might need, maybe customer specials or frequently asked questions or information about being a book lady, you know exactly where it is. If you were to look at my computer, you would see folders that said party graphics, party script, party wording, things like that. I even have little documents that have hostess coaching wording or guest communication, all of that in a handy place where I know where it is for every party. Now you may not be a naturally organized person. Hello, that's me. Systems, I have to make up my own because I'm not super organized. But I promise you, if you spend about 5 or 10 minutes getting ready and knowing where all your things are, your parties are gonna be way more rockin'. And remember, this doesn't have to change for every single party. We have a party plan for each season. So you'll be using the same graphics, wording, coaching, all of that stuff for 3 or 4 months at a time. So spend that few minutes before each season as you're getting started with a new party plan to really know where things are. Whether that's on your computer or saved on your phone, it doesn't matter. Find a system that works for you. Feel free to talk to your team leader. They can help tag you in helpful posts or knowing where the current party scripts are, but be sure that you get ready for each party. Thanks for joining with me today. Now let's get going and have some rockin' parties.